Ortiz is looking better than ever. He's looking like a beast. I'll tell you one thing, he's coming after everybody.
Jaron Boots Ennis may soon be moving up to the 154 pounds division, with a potential clash against Vergil Ortiz Jr. on February 22nd in Saudi Arabia. The bout, which is part of the Riyadh season events, would see Ennis vying for Ortiz Jr.'s WBC interim junior middleweight title in what could be a highly anticipated showdown between two of boxing's most promising young stars. According to Ortiz's trainer Robert Garcia, Ortiz Jr. could be set to meet Ennis in what would be one of the most exciting matchups of early 2025. Alongside this clash, WBC super flyweight champion Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez is also slated to face boxing legend Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez on the same card, which promises a night filled with marquee names and intense competition. Ennis has long demonstrated the power, technical prowess, and ring IQ that many believe will propel him to victory over Ortiz Jr., who has struggled in recent performances. The fight could serve as an excellent introduction for Ennis into the 154 pounds division should he decide to make it his new home. Most analysts are backing Ennis as the favorite, citing his versatile skill set, which may prove too much for Ortiz Jr. to handle. For fans, however, reactions are mixed. While excitement brews over the Ennis-Ortiz matchup, there's less enthusiasm for Rodriguez's pairing with Gonzalez, a seasoned fighter nearing 38 with a recent 2-2 record in his last 4 outings. Many feel Rodriguez would be better suited against a fresher competitor, although Gonzalez's legendary status still brings high stakes to the card. By stepping up from welterweight, Ennis is accepting a significant challenge in facing the 26-year-old Ortiz Jr., whose last fight against Sergey Bovachuk on August 10th ended with controversy. Although Ortiz emerged with a 12-round majority decision, many fans believe Bovachuk deserved the win, with Ortiz's performance drawing criticism. During that fight, Ortiz was visibly worn down, narrowly avoiding a potential stoppage after needing a glove repair timeout, a move that some interpreted as a calculated break to regain composure against Bovachuk's relentless offense. Ennis, however, brings a level of skill and strategy that could prove disastrous for Ortiz Jr. if he doesn't bring his A-game. While Ortiz Jr. has shown a knack for brawling, he faced heavy punishment for attempting to outslug Bovachuk. If he goes toe-to-toe with Ennis, it's likely that Boots' technical advantages and knockout power will put Ortiz in dangerous waters. Should Ennis come away with the WBC interim 154 pounds title, it could solidify his transition from welterweight, a division that has posed a dead end with a lack of new opponents. A win against Ortiz might just set Ennis up as a formidable contender at 154, where more lucrative and challenging fights await.
There's a left hook right there. Sharp left hook with the right hand. 1-2, and now Haney's got that fire in his eyes.
Devin Haney has stirred up social media with his statement suggesting that only Turki Alalshikh could bring about a bout between him and Jack Catterall. This prospective fight would see the former 2-division champion Haney facing off against Catterall, who is coming off a significant win over former champion Regis Prograis in Manchester. Despite Haney's call for this fight, it's uncertain whether Alalshikh would see the value in hosting such a matchup for Riyadh season, especially considering Haney's recent loss to Ryan Garcia and the stylistic similarities between him and Catterall, both known for their elusive, defense-focused styles. The light welterweight Catterall, a high-ranking contender, gained momentum with his unanimous decision over Prograis, a respected power puncher. Yet Catterall's cautious approach in the ring, often relying on mobility and countering rather than power, has divided fans. Likewise, Haney, who leans on technical skills and movement rather than aggressive engagement, has been criticized for his lack of excitement in the ring. With Riyadh season events drawing international viewership, Alalshikh might seek fighters with styles that cater to a broader, thrill-seeking audience, questioning whether Haney and Catterall's matchup would spark the same interest as other action-packed potential bouts. For Haney, who sees himself generating significant earnings from a Catterall fight, the question remains whether this pairing aligns with Riyadh's high-energy card. Fans have floated the idea of Haney instead facing more crowd-pleasing fighters, like welterweight sensation Jaron Boots Ennis or junior middleweights Bakram Murtazalev and Israel Madrimov, who could test Haney's skills and potentially offer more action. With his ability to rehydrate into the 160s, Haney might find himself more competitive at a higher weight class, especially if the sport reintroduced same-day weigh-ins, where he would match up better with heavier opponents. Catterall, meanwhile, is regarded as a British Shakur Stevenson due to his cautious, calculated approach in the ring. Some fans argue he'd face a tougher test against opponents like William Zepeda, Ryan Garcia, or Subriel Matias, fighters who could press him with aggressive styles and challenge his lack of power. Despite his recent victory, his tendency to play it safe rather than exchange punches raises questions about his future matchups and the level of excitement he brings to the ring. Social media reactions to Haney and Catterall's open call to Alalshikh have been harsh, with fans accusing the two of begging for a high-paying match and viewing their approach as shameless. Some speculate that the lack of appeal for this matchup stems from both fighters' preference for a hit-and-don't-get-hit style, a contrast to the more aggressive, all-action fighters that typically generate substantial fan interest. Though both Haney and Catterall possess solid technical skills, fans argue that their styles fail to capture the attention of a global audience seeking electrifying bouts. Haney's recent high-profile clash with Ryan Garcia, a fight that brought an impressive pay-per-view buys primarily due to Garcia's substantial social media following, highlighted this divide in popularity. Garcia's star power and knockout potential left a lasting impression, while Haney's technical style came under scrutiny. As for Catterall, his win over Prograis, a fight in which he employed caution after scoring 2 knockdowns, demonstrates his tactical mindset, but also his resistance to high-risk exchanges, a characteristic that has made him a tough sell outside the British boxing circuit. Given the public's response, Alalshikh may opt to pass on this match, as fans are more likely to rally around fighters with crowd-pleasing styles. For now, Haney and Catterall's potential clash remains a point of debate, leaving the possibility of more captivating opponents in the spotlight. Rick Meridian, manager of the undefeated Vergil Ortiz Jr., is considering big-name opponents like Errol Spence or Keith Thurman for Ortiz's next bout, potentially hosted at Cowboys Stadium in Texas. While both Spence, 34, and Thurman, 35, bring name recognition, they also come with risks and questions. Thurman, for instance, hasn't fought in nearly 3 years, having been inactive since his win over Mario Barrios, following a string of injuries and missed opportunities after his lucrative fights against Manny Pacquiao and Danny Garcia. For Ortiz, a fight with Thurman would represent a relatively safe victory, but also a potentially uninspiring one, given that Thurman's inactivity could impact the excitement around the match. Likewise, Spence has fought rarely in recent years, leaving some to question if these fighters can truly provide Ortiz the credibility he seeks at 154 pounds. Meridian is not ruling out more ambitious opponents, such as Jaron Boots Ennis or Terrence Crawford, provided a backer with deep pockets steps forward. Although Ennis is still competing at 147 pounds, he has expressed interest in moving up to 154 to challenge Ortiz for his WBC interim junior middleweight title. Such a move, however, could be a double-edged sword for Ennis. If he were to defeat Ortiz, he might find it difficult to return to the welterweight division, where he's currently a strong contender for unification. On the other hand, Crawford, though an appealing opponent in terms of skill, might not bring in the anticipated pay-per-view numbers since he has yet to achieve widespread popularity outside hardcore boxing circles. Additionally, Crawford himself has not shown interest in a fight with Ortiz, who, despite his undefeated record, may still lack the profile needed to attract Crawford's attention. Ortiz's last fight against Sergey Bovachuk on August 10th was controversial. Ortiz won by a 12-round majority decision that many fans saw as questionable, with Bovachuk seeming to outperform Ortiz in multiple rounds. The decision disappointed those who expected a rematch, adding pressure on Ortiz to face a stronger opponent next. Given this, a high-stakes fight with Ennis or Crawford would certainly boost Ortiz's standing, but it's unclear if he's willing to take that risk. Rumors of an Ortiz-Ennis bout as part of the upcoming Riyadh season event alongside Jesse Rodriguez versus Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez sparked initial excitement, but have since been called into question. Meridian hinted that such a big matchup may require backing from high-profile figures like Turki Alalshikh, known for financing significant boxing events, to make it a reality. Yet it's uncertain if Alalshikh is interested in supporting a fight featuring Ortiz and Ennis or Crawford at this stage. If Spence goes on to claim the WBC and WBO junior middleweight titles against Sebastian Fundora, a victorious Ortiz might be able to capitalize on a more meaningful showdown. As Meridian continues to evaluate Ortiz's options, boxing fans await to see whether Ortiz's next opponent will be an aging star or a younger powerhouse, setting the stage for an exciting and potentially career-defining fight. Subscribe. Please like and comment. This is very important for the development of the channel. See you later.